What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much every single time you come in to learn from the Capoeira community, from everybody around you, or even far from you. Thank you so much for being here every single time. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much for support. Thank you so much for every single of you that reach out and say that you really like this podcast. And I hope you're sharing this with friends so we can reach out more more people in the community. I'm always looking for more capoeiristas to talk to. I'm always looking for more capoeiristas to learn from. And again, I don't really care if you have one day doing capoeira. I don't really care if you have 100 years doing capoeira. I don't care where you started, how you started. I want to learn from your experience. I want to learn from your capoeira. I want to learn from you. And the best way for you to get connected to me and me connected to you is through Instagram, or try to reach out to me however you can. If you're listening to this, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, or you follow me on Instagram. So that way, the Capoeira Experience podcast, the only capoeira podcast that has been consistent and for the last 80, this is going to be 85th episode. So this podcast is from you to you. This podcast is made to bring the capoeira experience to us, to here, to the capoeira community, the positive capoeira experience. We have so much negativity out there in the planet, so much negativity out there. And today, let me back up a little bit before we start tapping into what I'm gonna talk to you today, which is very important, especially in today's days. And I just passed through this. And before we talk about anything else, I want to introduce myself really quick. If you don't know me yet, I'm instructor Caxixi from Capoeira Brazil in Indianapolis. I've been teaching here in Indiana. So I moved to the US from Venezuela, my original country, born and raised in Venezuela until I was 26 years old. 26 years old. Just so you know, I did not speak English. I had no idea how to speak English. I had no idea how to have a conversation. But look at this, today's days, you are listening to me and to us here in the Capoeira community, and persistence. And again, what I'm going to talk about in the podcast. So I moved from Venezuela to the US in 2013. I came to this country looking for better opportunities of life. Thankfully, I've been found, slowly I've been finding them. And I know for a fact I will find them. And I've been teaching here in Indiana since then, but I took a little break because I moved to Oregon for 2 years. Is that a little break? Is it 2 years too long? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. But I moved to Oregon for 2 years, and me and my wife, Tempestaji, moved to Oregon for 2 years. And living there, we find out that we didn't like it, didn't work out, and we moved back to Indiana in 2017, middle of 2017. Starting there, I started teaching capoeira. Now, let me ask you this: I've been doing capoeira. Hold on, let me go back again. I started capoeira in 2001, and back in Venezuela. So, if you want to know more, if you want to know more details, go back to a few episodes back there. I have the story of my capoeira journey until so far. In the future, I'll probably do another one just to for you to get it to know me. I'll probably talk a little bit more other details that I probably skipped. But today, I want to ask you something. From me to you, here, very, very quick. How do you stay motivated? How do you keep that fire going? How do you keep that motivation there for you? Ask ask yourself that question. How do I do to push every day? How do I do this? So here's the thing. Today's days is being very hard for many people. Today's days is very hard for many, many, many people around the planet, around anywhere. And you know, sometimes I get a question from coworkers, and I get a question from people. I get a question from many many friends, so and many people around me, and saying, Harley, how or Caxixi, how do you keep a positive attitude? And I cry too. I also fell in depression, very deep depression, twice in my life, and very very hard. uh I know today's days is very common and very very common, yes, to hear about the mental health. Is again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. And I guess mental health, for me, okay, for me, it goes with connected to our motivation, right? And mental health. So what are those two words? Mental, anything that goes in your head, right? And health, something healthy, right? Health, it can be healthy or it can be unhealthy. uh because health is not just something healthy, right? So it can is both sides. uh so how I deal with my own mental health is that there's many many aspects, right? And I can go hours and talk about these, and I can go very deep in many details for myself. I'm not talking about anyone else in specific. I hope this helps people out there to keep the fire going, to keep that motivation going every single day. When you get up, you say, okay, I'm gonna go kill it. So uh you know uh I come from a sorry, it's a little hard, but I come from a Latino community. The Venezuela, we don't have the immigrants we get there are from Peru, Colombia, uh, Ecuador, Bolivia. Not too much. Those are pretty much the only foreigners I met, and friends I have too. So, uh, of course, Brazil, but not a lot of Brazilians migrate or used to migrate to Venezuela. So, my point with that is that the Latino community, the Latino itself, the Latino person, we're very prideful. We shouldn't, but we're very prideful. Okay, it's pride. Latinos. Yo soy latino, claro que sí. Entonces, sorry. So we always try to hide our emotions. We always try to hide our emotions through. And just a heads up, I'm being very vulnerable right now. I don't really talk about this kind of stuff. Is But I want you to feel this. I want you to get to know me a little bit more and how I deal with this kind of stuff. Uh, I have lost family. I have since I moved to the US. Uh, I lost my brother-in-law due to COVID, and very very hard, very very hard. And honestly, I was thinking about making this podcast, about probably stopping the podcast for a few weeks because I want to take a break for myself. But this, honestly, this talking here to my microphone, talking to myself, sometimes talking to other caporistas through the camera, honestly keeps me motivated. If I isolate myself and I close myself in a shell, I tend to get myself deeper, deeper in any feeling I'm having at that moment. It can be depression, it can be sadness, it can be or crying or whatever it is. Yes, we cry. So what? And you know, again, let me ask you this: how do you keep that fire going? How do you keep your motivation? And this me being here in front of the camera, talking and expressing how I feel at this moment helps me to move my body, to move my mind, because you know, since 2015 probably, the last time I felt depression, the best way for me to get out, and I understood what steps I need to take for me to be able to get out of that mindset, of that dark hole, is to stay motivated, to stay moving, to keep moving, to learn learn something. Move, man, move, move, move. Because if I freeze and if I get stuck, I start thinking all everything. Everything comes at once. It's like a splash of freezing water. So the first thing I started doing since then was changing my physiology so I can change my psychology. Let me tell you this again. I changed my physiology so I can change my psychology. So what I do, by physiology is body, right? Psychology is your mind. So whenever you move, I don't know. For example, when you go to class, capoeira class, when you go to a capoeira class, and you feel like, oh man, I don't feel like doing this class. Oh my god, I'm so tired. But then 10 minutes later, you start moving, you start or running, or you start Jenga, and then you change your physiology. You start changing your physiology by moving, jumping, whatever you do to move your body. By moving your body, you are going to be stimulating your mind. And I'm pretty sure this happened to you. Just let me know in the comments below, or anywhere you're watching or listening, or send me a message or hit me up and be like, man, yeah, this happened to me all the time. When I feel down and I go to class and I get to class, I just want to move, and my mood changes. My mood goes to this feeling, to the yes, let's keep moving, let's go, let's kill it, let's do a ooze, let's play some Bento Grande, let's have fun. You start smiling more, you smile more, you shake hands, you start joking around, and everything changes. And I say that because few classes ago I was in a bad time, again, in my head, in my heart. And I told my wife, I was like, I don't really want to. I told her, like, if we do something, we're gonna go training. If we get invited to go eat or something, I just wanna come back home. The funny thing, because I knew that was about to happen, we got invited to go eat dinner, and then I was like, whatever, man, let's just go. Let's just go. Yeah. again, I apply that. Let's just change my physiology. Let's move, talk, be around people. And when I was in the car, I told her, like, I grabbed her hand and I was like, I think it's better for me to go, because if I'm going home, I'm going to feel depressed again. And I don't want that. I hate that. I don't like that feeling, man. It's just like the me being negative or nagging or complaining too much. I complain too, or complaining too much or being depressed, anything like that drains me, gets me tired, drains my energy out. And it's like drains my energy out. It's just crazy. I don't know. And this is something I've been working since 2015. Wow, 6 years now. 6 years now. And since 2015, I told myself, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. I want to feel better. I want to feel happy. I want to smile. I want to joke around. I want to be myself. And since then, you know, I start setting goals. So this another thing too. So you change your physiology, so you can change your psychology. Also setting up a goal of like something very small. A goal doesn't have to be like I'm gonna lose 10 pounds, or I'm gonna eat better this week. No, so just something small. Today, today I want to feel better. Today I don't want to think like this, man. I don't like feeling like this. So I'm gonna feel better. And the same the next day, and the same the next day. You set small goals, because this actually leads to a next step. This builds the muscle. This builds that momentum of start changing your mood, start changing your own psychology of getting stuck in your mind. I'm gonna take a sip of this green tea here. So, um, setting that goal, feeling better, uh, leads to the next, right? To learn how to build the muscle. This is not something that I've been doing overnight. I wasn't doing this overnight. I've been doing this every single day since 2015. I listen to self development books. I listen to podcasts. I listen to videos. One that got me into that, got me learning on learning more about myself. And no, I'm not talking about my skill here. I'm talking about yourself, about you, about your internal self. Was listening to Tony Robbins. I know, whatever you can think, but it helped me. So is my opinion that listen to the words. Sometimes a lot of people say that, but these self-development books are not for me. I like more Harry Potter. Whatever you want to read. But when it's like this, put in two hands on a scale, right? So if left to right, right? So the scale is balancing right in the middle. On the right side, let's put self-development books, audiobooks, podcast, videos, conference, anything. On your left, we're going to put uh, fiction books, Harry Potter, or whatever you want to put in there, right? Anything distracting that keeps your mind distracted, no focus, distracted is completely different. Okay. So it's not the same, because yes, okay, cool, you have fun reading, you imaginate, you get into play with your imagination. But once you close the book, you know you have to come back to real life. And real life is happening these kind of issues, whatever it is, or at least for me. So that's why I don't read those books or listening to those kind of stuff. But let me tell you something. Right now, I have about let me reach my phone because I love audiobooks. There's a book I just got. Almost all these books are about 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 17 hours, 12 hours, many, 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 many hours. Okay. There's Limitless by Jim Quick. There's Influence by Robert Cialdini. The Seven Habits of highly effective people. I found something here. The Corporate Experience podcast. Effective communication skills, the science of effective communication. Be obsessed or be average. Sell, be sold. Think and grow rich. Build an empire. How to have it all. The power of habits, the 10x rule, the power of body language, the sublime art of not giving out. You know what I'm talking about. Start with why. The richest man in Babylon, Crush It, and those are pretty much the books I usually have. So I will say stay motivated, stay busy, man, stay busy, especially today's day. So these are the tips for today. Okay, sorry if I'm mumbling too much around the topic, but to keep this is how I keep my fire going. Okay, so it's going to be how do you keep your fire going, right? How do you keep that motivation? So I almost quit. I actually almost quit teaching, and I went to Fortaleza, and Formando Thiago, he told me, I'm not gonna forget these words because it changed the way I approach my classes. I talked to him and I was like, man, it's just hard because I don't have anyone to train here in Indiana. I'm pretty much almost by myself, dude. And he was like, I completely get it. I was like that in Paris or France, something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember which country. He told me a country. I don't remember. Or Hungary or somewhere in Europe. I was one of the first ones to open this school in this city. And it was very hard for me for the first 2 years. I was bingo because that was me. And he was like, it was very hard for me because it wasn't any capoeira around me. It was nothing around me. And the best way I learned how to keep that motivation is to winning the war in my head. If you win that war in your head, you are going to be set up to success because you are going to keep you some motivation because you're not going to have that negative thought, thinking of like, I don't know about myself, blah, 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 blah. So to overcome the negativity of thinking in your head for capoeira, you just got to win that war in your head. You just got to win the battle in your head. Also, what helps a lot is connecting with others. That's why I love doing this podcast. That's why I really, really enjoy connecting to other capoeiristas. Honestly, this is keeping my motivation. That's why I really, really love connecting with all the community, with anyone in the community, with any group, any person in the community, because it keeps me motivated. It keeps me coming to showing up for you and for myself too. The other thing too is to stay busy learning. Learn berimbau, learn new music, listen to music, work out, learn a new type of workout, learn a new discipline, learn a new skill on your computer, learn a new skill with cameras, learn a new skill with building websites, anything. keep your mind busy learning, because something that Tony Robbins also says in the one of his stuff is the mind is for those kind of thoughts are black and white. You either are positive or you either are negative on your thoughts, right? So, or you either happy or you either sad, but you're not going to be happy and sad at the same time. I know sometimes we say I have a mixed feelings, but that's just like because we don't understand if we're happy or sad. So I know what you gotta say. Well, it depends how you feel in that moment. Okay, I know, I get it. But you know, you either sad or you either happy. You either mad or you either frustrated or you thinking about the situation. It's always going to be these two sides. So my point with this is if you stay busy, if you stay thinking about what is next step, what do I need to do next, what I can learn next, is going to keep your mind busy instead of, oh, this just happened to me, oh, this happened to me again, oh, this just me, oh, this. And is consuming, it drains your energy. At least it does to me. So this is pretty much how I stay motivated. And the big one, I'm gonna leave this, and I'm gonna close this podcast today with this: find your why. Find your why. Why you do what you do, or why you want to do what you want to do. And that why is, if you connect it very very deep with that why, and that why is not just I want to be happy because I want to be happy. Is something yet that you have to figure out. It's a little hard for me to explain. That's why I got that book. Start with why. Start with why, and trust me, it will keep your fire going. It will keep your motivation going, and it will keep you busy. All right, let's go train. Let's keep each other motivated. Reach out to me, please. Don't be shy. I don't bite because we have a computer in between you and me. So if we get to see each other hopefully in the future in the Hada, let's take pictures, man. Let's play in the Hada. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let's be friends. If we connect and if we help each other, if we are here to support each other, actually support each other. I'm not looking at groups. I'm not looking at your capoeira style. I'm looking at capoeira. I'm looking at the person that is doing capoeira. Let's connect. Let's be each other. Let's be close. Let's be friends. Let's be a community. That's what is community for me. Community is not just a word. Community for me is not a cute Instagram post or social media post. Community is connecting with you and play with you, and again, not looking at logos, capoeira logos, not looking at capoeira ranks, not looking at capoeira style, because I want to be with your friend. You are my friend, and I am your friend. So come to the podcast. Let's share your experience. Uh, let's have the community get to know you and to see you pretty face. Okay, let's go. Let's do it together. Let's play in the hot eye forever. Let's be friends forever, besties. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, let's stay enthusiastic. Life is just one, and you gotta live it. We gotta live it. We gotta live it happy. We gotta live it with fire. Okay, let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Subscribe. Share this with your friend. Share this episode with a friend that you say, hey, do you need some motivation? Follow the Couple Experience podcast because it's so cool. Because it's very, very, very cool. Okay, let's go. Let's be goofy. Let's play around. Let's smile. Let's play with each other. Let's jump. Because you are part of this and we are part of this. The Couple Experience podcast. All right, thank you so much. Again, subscribe, follow the Couple Experience podcast. Thank you so much. Peace. See you guys later. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for getting this far. Remember, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is going to help us and help me to get bigger numbers and bigger subscribers so we can give more information. Okay, please, if you're listening, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, please give me a subscribe, give me a like. Okay, I know you're watching right here or listening. All right, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening every single episode, especially the episode we just did. All right, thank you so much. Peace.